Ohio gozaimasu shredheads. Today I want to talk to you about rock and roll and why rock and roll will never die. I apologize, my caffeine buzz has been going off, but I'm going to try to compensate it by being a little bit more energetic than I normally would. But we'll see what happens with this video. Anyway, I was hoping to be really on, but let's just make this happen regardless. The rock and roll spirit, that's what I'm talking about, making things happen. And let's talk about rock and roll and why it won't die. Rock and roll is a music, and it's a music just like jazz. Jazz has come and gone, blues has come and gone, dubstep has come and gone, even pop music. There's certain pop music that has come and gone. Music just, it comes and goes. Like everything in life, everything is moving, everything is changing, and rock and roll is no different, the music itself. The music itself will come and go. It's still sticking around. People still like rock and roll because it's just a beautiful music. And the popularity is still there, but it will fade over time. And I'm not going to be one of these guys that are like, yeah, rock and roll music will never die because it's so good. I don't think that's realistic. There will always be things coming and going. But let's talk about the spirit of rock and roll. The spirit of rock and roll, I think, is the core of rock and roll, and that will never die. It is the spirit of rebellion. It is the spirit of freedom. It is the spirit of just going after life. It is life itself. The spirit of just pursuing things and making your own way, your own path in life. That kind of spirit is what really drives rock and roll, and that's a spirit that will never die, regardless of what age you're in, regardless of the year, the generation, no matter what. It is the ongoing, enduring spirit of rock and roll that will never die. And although the music itself may come and go, you will find this spirit in different areas of life, no matter where you're at. And I think the spirit not dying is rock and roll itself incarnate. And I think that's why it will never die. It can come into other aspects, it can come into other arts, and you're never going to really lose rock and roll, because rock and roll, in my opinion, is more of a philosophy. It's more of a go for attitude. It's more of a attitude of adventure and going for what you want in life, creating things that really inspire and things that really bring you into a higher vibration. And I think that's what rock and roll, to me, is all about. And that's why it's never going to die. You're never going to kill it, because it's a thing inside of you, that inside of the entire human collective, that can't be stopped, more or less. And no matter what you do, it's never going to leave. It is a feeling. It is an idea. It is life itself. It is the movement of life. And I don't think it's going to die anytime. And that's all I wanted to really say about rock and roll. You can't kill it, because it's going to incarnate itself into some other form later on. It's like that final it's like that final boss in a video game franchise that never stops coming back. It may come back in different forms, but you're never going to officially kill it. That's what I like about rock and roll. The music is fantastic. I love it. It gets me going. It gets the juices going, and it puts me into that spirit. That's why I really like music in general itself, and I like that can-do, make things happen spirit, and it is the feel, like being into that attitude is really what makes me feel the most alive in life. And it is the rock and roll spirit to me, and it will never die. And that's all I got to say about that. Rock and roll never die, because it is inside me. It is inside you. Yes, it sounds like some cliche anime trope, but yes, it is inside you, inside the human collective. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about rock and roll. Will rock and roll die? Will it not die? Who knows? People like to debate this stuff. I've heard rock and roll has been dying for generations now. I don't really care too much. To me, it's about the attitude. It's more about the attitude than the music. The music is great, but the attitude itself is really what drives the music. And it's never going to die. And I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. How many times have I said that? I don't know, like 9,000? I don't know. Thank you.